You are listening to the Earplug Podcast Network, a Fanboys Inc. production.
And that didn't go quite as planned. Holy cow. Guys, you're slacking. That was an awesome intro. What are you doing? My God. I am Louis Perry. That is that Wonder Woman, Jamie Dolan. Our guest is running late. Wow. What do you think of the new intro? I mean, we got comments. We got
is awesome. I don't know what your little pause at the end was of you clicking and, the intro was great, though.
You like that, huh? Look, I had you with Danny Trejo, Machete himself, you with the Power Rangers. It's like,
that.
What the hell? Yeah, we get a lot of comments. Look
at that.
Was
me with the Power Rangers.
Yes, I was going to. I was going to bring it up so you could actually see it. But I was like, no, I can't do that. But do that. Like we got J-Bo McNeil, love the new intro. Aviva. Nice new intro. Hey, Joe Burke. Joe was in the house. Joe was saying, hi, guys from the UK. What's going on, Joe? Hi. Thank you so much. And LBD. Hey, what's going on? And
sister, maybe?
Is it? We got to put that back up there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it could be. Those are definitely her initials, so I hope so.
Angela Bergeron is in the house. Hi, Angela. How you doing? And, of course, mainstay, Brian Rose, Super Angry Geek Show fan. How are you, sir? Thank you for being here.
Yeah,
I
it's
think we
nice.
got everyone so far coming in. And yes,
Hi, sister.
yes, that means she's like my sister twice removed because you are my sister from another mister, and I love
Yes.
you to death. Because when you're on the Angry Geek Show, you already seen the rest. Now you're with the best. You are with the self-proclaimed Macho Man of Western Mass, with that Wonder Woman, Jamie Dolan. We are rocking and rolling. Space is the space. With sky is the limit, and we are bringing you the best show right here, streaming live every week on Facebook, throughout the internet, and on public access television, and on the Nets through the Earplug Podcast Network. We are just rocking and rolling. And Angela wants to know how we are doing. I'm doing
I'm
good,
great.
I guess.
I'm just couldn't be happier because I'm finally home.
Yes, I know. You seen the pictures of Jack? Can I gotta, before, I don't know where our guest is, but I gotta share something. I told J-Bo McNeil I finally scored an Apollo Creed Mego figure. Okay.
Oh my God.
But he looked like a zombie. Look at his face. I don't know if you guys can see it.
No, you should have took a picture of it so we could put it
All
up.
right, I'll have to take a picture because he looks like he does. He looks like a zombie for some reason. Now, granted, this is supposed to be after he and Rocky had their bout, but it's like
Well,
really
maybe
freaky.
that's just why.
And that, I don't know. It looks like a very bad. Yeah, I don't know. Very bad. And then also, I want to share this too to J-Bo because I told him this is what Shang-Chi, the master of Kung Fu, should look like right there. Not the one that they got out there for the movie. This is Shang-Chi, the master of Kung Fu. And this is, a Marvel Legends scored this one too. And J-Bo says he looks like a dead man. Yeah, he does.
Well,
I
he
mean, I
did
know
get his
we
butt
all know
kicked,
Rocky beat the
so
crap out.
yeah.
What's that?
I said he got his butt kicked, so I guess it's appropriate.
Yes, I know, but it's like really weird. Let's see. Brian Rose says he's listening, but he's working on a commission while he is listening. And Tim Jones is in the house.
Hi, Tim.
And I don't know if Tim's seen this. Tim, I did get your message, and I have to reply back to you. But Jamie is with Tim in the new intro as well. I don't know if anybody's seen that up in the
I
corner.
did
I
see
had to
that.
throw.
I saw
I had
all
to
of
throw.
it.
Yeah, I had to throw Tim in there. And Angela is making me thirsty, saying she's having ice cream at her Dunkin'. How does that
I didn't
work?
even know Dunkin's had ice cream.
No, neither did
Mine
I.
doesn't. No. No.
I don't. Seriously, she says I'm having ice cream at my Dunkin'. That's
I don't know.
bizarre. I don't know. All right,
Isn't
so
there?
you
Aren't there some like Dunkin' Baskin Robbins combo things? Is that a thing? I feel like I saw that before.
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Hi,
Yeah,
Ali.
Ali Montgomery. I know. He's so busy with his own show now, working on and with commissions. He got his YouTube channel up. And and Angela says yes, that she'll treat us. Or wait, treat us or just Jamie? Probably just
I'm sure
Jamie.
she means
'cause-
us.
No, she said treat yeah, probably. No, nobody wants to treat us. And Tim
I'll
Jones
treat you
says
to a knuckle sandwich.
Tim Jones says he wants to get us into the new book. That will be fantastic, Tim. You treat us both so well. And look at that. Angela says both. All right. Since we got Romper Room out of the way, and I don't know where Jack is because he said he wanted to be on so badly. And talking about his new Kickstarter that just went from a Kickstarter to GoFundMe and all kinds of other stuff. But all right, Jamie, you saw Black Widow. What did you think? I know we talked about it last week, but I want to know.
I'm giving it 3 out of 5.
Really? Okay. Why?
Yeah. To me, it was kind of flat. Didn't have all those, I like those emotional peaks and valleys. It it didn't have a lot of that. And I just think, like you guys talked about last week, it was odd. Like the movie should have been sooner.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the after credit scene definitely tied it in more, but it wasn't bad, but it wasn't great.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. That
And
is
that's
fair.
what Nero thinks too. So
Thomas Smith is, hi, Nero.
he's throwing a hissy fit. Apparently he didn't like, and he did keep getting up and trying to chase the cat during it. So
all right. And Thomas, long time no see, Thomas says, hi,
hello,
guys.
Thomas.
And Neil said, J-Bo says, hi to Neil. I have his figure safe and sound. I will let him know. The boy's downstairs with Cody. That's why they're not watching. And Ali says, Jamie, compare it to Wonder Woman 84.
Oh, okay. Oh gosh. I think I like Black Widow more.
Really? No way.
Yeah. Because at least during Black Widow, there weren't any parts in it where I was like, man, that is so stupid. And I watched Wonder Woman 84 again, and there's just some parts I'm like, that is so stupid. And the soundtrack from Wonder Woman 84, just the fact that they screwed that up so bad, it just bothers me.
Ali says that he thought so. You know, it's funny now. I know Ali was with us when we discussed Wonder Woman 84. Out of all of us, I liked it the most. But then again, I also saw it on the big screen. I saw it on the big screen too.
Yeah.
And so I maybe I just appreciated it more. But yet I've only watched it. I've only watched Wonder Woman 84 2.5 times. Once in the theater, once and 1.5 times on HBO Max. Whereas Black Widow, I actually watched it 3 times because I watched it with Cody, watched it with Cody and Neil, and then I had it on the background when I was creating the new intro. So, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was really.
I mean, it's a watchable movie. Like I said, I wasn't like, whoa, blown away, and I wasn't like, this movie is terrible. Like it's definitely one of those movies. Like if it was on TV, I would leave it on and continue watching it and sit down and watch it again. Where Wonder Woman 84, I'd probably put on something else.
Wow. Okay.
And the Taskmaster thing, spinning off of what Brian is saying, that Taskmaster thing completely threw me off. I was not. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. See that bothered me. Okay. And I didn't want to spoil.
I was just like, what? Wait, what? What just happened?
Yeah. I mean, to me, this is Taskmaster. Okay. This piece right here, I showcased this before. This is always Taskmaster. This is who he is. This is one of my favorite villains. I mean, I love this character, and I love the way I have the action figure over here on the marble wall. I love the way the character looked in the movie, but when they explained the character's origin, I was like, what?
Right. That's exactly. I made the same face. I was like, what? Huh? What's going on?
I was like,
it just really threw me for a loop. But I do like that now there's room, like obviously her sister is here. So more things can maybe come of that going forward.
All right.
And probably will. But
no, we just have to be careful. We only have 1 people watching at the moment, and I'm not sure.
I'm not going too deep into it, but that's nothing surprising.
I don't want to say anything about the listeners on Earplug Podcast Network or those watching public access, but so there's maybe a spoiler if I slip. But with the cutscene at the end, they are tying up with the sister becoming, the new Black Widow, and especially how she's tied in with Contessa now. I don't know. I think it's definitely. I liked it. but just the Taskmaster, the whole thing, how they handled the character. I didn't know what to say last week. Mikey G and I were talking about it, and I was like, what the hell? Joe Goulart is in the house. Hey, hey kids,
Joe.
how you doing, Joe? We'll be seeing Joe at the end of the month. No, not the end of this month, but another. And to answer Thomas's question, no, you will not. To answer Thomas's question.
Oh, I didn't even see that. No, I won't be there either. And everybody that keeps asking me, I haven't had time to get to my Facebook messages. I just started a new position at work, and I've been gone for the last 2 weeks, traveling, training, and I really just I'm like not ready to spend any more time away from home. So I will not be there because I just need to be home.
And the Angrygeeks won't be there because we just won't. Let's just put it at that, and everyone knows why. Tim Jones says, I agree with the timing of the Black Widow coming out now and opposed to earlier. May have heard it, but it was still awesome. I saw it twice. And Joe Goulart says, Dark Adventure storyline with Tess. Yeah, I think that's where they're going. They're definitely going with that with Contessa, with the Dark Adventure storyline. I think that would be the smart thing to do if they'll put it on Disney Plus. I think so. I think that would be okay. I don't know. Jamie, last week we were going to talk about Wonder Pets, but we never got around to it, and I like to call Wonder Pets your pets. Yes, it was in our description. I wanted to bring it up. I wanted to put you on the spot and let you talk about Jack, Nero, Dexter, and everything. If you go back and you look at it, we even had a comment saying Wonder Pet, gotta watch. And unfortunately, we ran out of comments last week. Yes, I know you couldn't. So we ran out of comments. So I want to give you that form right now. Let's talk about Jack. You haven't seen him in a while. You've been putting posts, not posters. Some of the pictures are big enough to be posters. Tell us about Super Horse. How's he doing?
He's great. So he had a moment. My first week I was training, I was gone. And so little quick backstory. I typically go see him every day. He doesn't live at my house. He's right up the street. And it's called I Work Him. Really, it's like a little training thing. So I might just do groundwork one day. There's days I ride him. So when they get used to doing this every day, if they don't do anything for a week, they get all this built up energy. So I was gone for the first week. I came home. It was raining the first day I got home, and so I didn't get to actually ride him. It was the July 5th, and there was a new horse there. Her name is Layla. And she's a beautiful young girl at the ripe age of 3 years old. And she's sensitive to flies. So she wears a blanket all day, as well as a fly mask. Well, this blanket is like bright tie-dye colors. So I bring Jack out so I could ride him. And we're doing great. We're going for 10 minutes. And then all of a sudden he sees her, I guess, out of the corner of his eye, because where his field is, he can't see where her field is normally. Mm-hmm. And he loses his mind, just lost it. He was terrified of her. So it took a good, I couldn't even work him after that point. He ripped the lunge line out of my hand, took off on me at one point. I had to catch him, tried bringing him back up to the barn. He wouldn't even go in the barn. It was a mess. So that was kind of disheartening because what?
No, why was he scared? Scared of it? Is that I know he's a rescue horse.
That's nothing scares him. Up until this point, I've not found a single thing. So another horse in a blanket to me was bizarre because he's right around 19-ish years old. So I figure, and this horse is almost 20 years. You'd think he would see another horse in a blanket. So we get
maybe he wasn't scared. Maybe he was like hubba hubba ooh la la.
No, he was scared to the point I got
sure?
Well, so we thought, well, maybe it was just the color of the blanket. So I take the blanket and I bring it to his stall, and he couldn't care less. So I don't know. It was maybe the combo of her with the blanket with the fly mask. But I have to leave and go back to like Boston is where I was all week last week. Come back Friday to go see him. He's fine. Saturday, I'm like, all right, we're going to try this again. He couldn't care less. I rode him. She was in the same spot wearing the same thing. Couldn't have given a crap. So I have no idea what actually spooked him that day.
I think he was smitten. I think he was smitten.
No,
he probably saw it.
Was not.
That's what I think.
No.
I don't know.
He was.
That's what I think.
Was he? Yeah, he was having a bad hair day, so he was just avoiding that end.
Hey, all right, that's it. I'm putting the hat back
on. But yeah, so that's. But he's fine now. He's great, back to normal. I rode him Saturday morning before the rain. Took some pictures. I went and gave him some carrots yesterday. So yeah, he's great.
All right, update on the dogs. Now we got to talk. Joe says, I'm with Lewis. Yeah, he was smitten. He saw that hot chick. He was like, hey, mama.
Wow. There's a difference between a smitten boy and a scary boy.
Dirty old man. You said the horse is 3 years old. He's 20 years old. That's what it is. Plain and simple.
I don't know. I mean, she is cute.
See, there you go. And Joe Goulart said, way too much DC fanism on you guys' backdrops. Jamie has a legit reason, but Lewis needs some Marvel love behind you. Joe, I just had the real Shang-Chi, not the one from the movie on here. So
it's not your backdrop, though, Lou.
Yeah, I know it's not the backdrop. I could change the backdrop, but I don't know. So yeah, I do have there's Marvel stuff. I just had the whole Taskmaster statue up here. All right, so let's continue on with the Wonder Pets for what?
Yeah. So and then
continue on with the Wonder Pets.
Dexter and Lola are fine. The two cats are fine. Stigglepuff and Lucinda. I got a bigger tank for the turtle. So that's all set up and he's happy and there's new plants. And Nero last week, because he missed me so much, was bad. And Ian left a glove on the table and Nero ate it. And I got a phone call Thursday that Nero had to go back to the hospital. And they made him throw up the glove, thank God. So, crisis averted, but that was stressful.
All right. So is Nero's okay? All right. Now
he is okay.
Good. Joe Goulart says talk is cheap, but Joe McDonald says don't diss Joe. He may keep you out of the square mobile. Yeah, I know. He is my ride from the airport to the hotel when we are at Colorado Springs Comic-Con. And to let you guys know, Jamie and I will be extremely busy. I more so than Jamie. Jamie will be doing all the baby kissing and elbow rubbing, but we both will be on stage. That is for sure. Axel says, "Hey guys, what's that?"
I said that's what I'm the best at.
Yes, I know that's what you're the best at. But we have a criteria laid out and ready to go. Can't say too much, so please don't ask. Major plans, and if you're going to be at the we got some plans coming out, and I got to talk to Jamie about a couple things because you guys know how my mind is going, especially for our live shows. I have something stupendous I want to try out, and I'd rather try it out somewhere else before we try it out. Oh, yes, exactly. I want to try it out there before I try it out at Rhode Island, and I think Jamie's going to absolutely dig this and like this. So, and plus, believe it or not, I come up with the ideas. She approves them along with Rose to say, no, you're stupid, or hey, that's pretty funny, and it would work. So we're going to see exactly what happens. Jamie, what are you playing for video games? Are you have any time lately? Are you playing or what?
Actually, I mean, I haven't played any new games, but I did sit down last night and hop on my Switch and was playing Zelda Breath of the Wild for a little bit.
How do you rate that game?
Any Zelda game to me is just the best. So I can't rate that. I have a obsession.
All right. Joe McDonald says you both are going to love Colorado. And what does Brian Rose says
Oh,
he's been playing
the
Bioshock?
Bioshock trilogy is the Bioshock in general is one of my top 10 all-time favorite games, and I've played them. I can't tell you how many times, and I have yet to put it on my Switch because if I do, I will replay those again and not finish Zelda. So
Angelo wants
yeah,
Angelo. Yeah,
I
Angela
will
says.
do that.
All right. As she said, Angela, for you listening on the Earplug Podcast Network, says send me your friend code. Your sister, dear, watching on YouTube, is saying Zelda
Oh
is
yes,
the best.
we're a Zelda family. Like my other two sisters aren't really gamers, but both of them will sit down and play Zelda like nonstop.
And Joe Goulart says hashtag page change to make hashtag Joe squared. I actually stopped working, stopped doing all kinds of other stuff, and I actually started playing Days Gone again. Say what you want about that game, I'm having fun with it. But it was what
If
was
you
real
like
funny.
it,
It
that's all
was
that matters.
yeah, it reminds me of Red Dead. Only you're a motorcycle guy like the Mayans or Sons of
Yeah.
Anarchy, and you're going killing zombies. And I was playing last night before the Money in the Bank debacle, which is a wrestling pay-per-view, was absolutely horrible. The Joe Squared knows exactly what I'm talking about. And I was explaining, and Neil came over to visit. Neil's just like adopted into this family. And I told him, I was like, you get scared. This game makes you jump from here to here, especially if you're working on your motorcycle or something. You ever hear a grown-ass boy scream like a girl? It was, so I wish he was watching and he's not down. It's very funny. Glitch in the Bank, Joe McDonald. Yeah, we'll get to that in a second. So there's mountain lions in this game, and if you're like gutting a deer or whatever, you're doing something, the mountain lions just come out of nowhere. And I was explaining this to Neil, so I'm on like on the side of the road working on my motorcycle, because you got to fix it at times. And out of nowhere, this mountain lion came over, and bless you. And Neil screamed, and when he screamed, he kind of sounded like your sneeze. It was quite funny. It was a high pitch, excuse me, and it was the most girliest thing I have ever heard in my life. Hilarious. And Axel says it's an awesome. No, I'm not going to leave him alone. I think it's pretty funny. Just because he got one of your shirts, leave him alone. Money in the Snooze. And Axel says it's an awesome game. Yeah, I like it. I'm digging it. I played it for a while, then I stopped, put it inside, but I just kept going. I thought it was really good. I had some fun, and I don't know. I can't wait to start playing. And Angela says, "Bless you, bless your heart,
that came out of nowhere.
Just bless your heart." Absolutely. So, with the celebrities at Colorado, let's plug Colorado for a little bit. There is a list of celebrities. They're announcing more and more every day. Anyone in particular that you see there that you want to meet? Anyone on there that you want to see so far, or anyone that we've seen in the past that you want to see again?
You know me. I don't get excited about anyone.
I know you don't. I know.
So I mean, I just think it's cool to meet whoever. I don't go. It's like me watching a movie. I don't have expectations or like it's just whatever happens happens.
Okay.
I mean, I gotta say, so far, what?
No, go ahead. So far, what?
I was gonna say, so far, my two favorites that I've met at cons in general have been Lance Hendrickson and Michael Rooker.
Fair enough. Yeah, we have film of both of them. And Tony is in the house. We're gonna. I was going to do something tonight for you. I was going to do something very special. Very okay. Tony says Jamie doesn't have to get excited because he's a celebrity. I hear that quite often, Tony. I do.
I'm really not.
Tony. Yeah. Okay. Well, let me say this. This is pretty fun. All right. Wait. Hold it. Before I get to Tony, and Oh, yes, Joe McDonald. Okay. Joe McDonald says, you know where I'm going, DMD, baby. You know what? I am too. I'm going to go there, and I'm going to be dragging this young lady with me, my sister from another mister, because I just might have something in store from DMD, and I have to explain to Jamie who DMD is, and maybe I'll just have to use a little clout because I have an idea, and hopefully that idea will come true because I definitely want to meet DMD, and she will too once she finds out who DMD is. That would be epic, especially to see her and DMD side by side. Joe, what do you think? Would that be an epic picture or what? Do you think? Joe Squared, how do you feel of a picture or anyone else in the know?
I have to Google now.
Hold it. Anyone
No.
else in the know? How do you feel to see Jamie in full cosplay standing next to DMD? How epic of a picture would that be? Even if Cody and Neil were here, they would actually say it to see Auntie Jamie standing next to DMD. Look at that right there. Joe McDonald in the house saying he wants dibs on that pick. We have to make this happen because I'm telling you, that is a sellable picture right there. Jamie, DMD together. Holy mackerel, the internet will crash.
And it says the doctor of medicine and dentistry.
Oh, you'll be surprised. Off camera, I will tell you who DMD is. And your sister comes back. LBD says, Jamie, just really see yourself as a regular person always. She's very humble. Yes, I would agree. For sure. And Joe Goulart says, video it. Well, Joe, that's part of the plan there, brother. That's part of the plan. Because I'm telling you, space, like I said, the sky is the limit and space is the place. That will be epic for the two of them together. And wow, Joe Goulart says, also comes back and says, I will have one special guest to pick up at the airport for the show. I have personally picked her up for the last two shows. She has appeared for us. Ooh, so it's definitely not DMD, but I will talk to Jamie about DMD. That would be just an epic photo. Okay, now you know how I fanboyed out with Kevin Nash. You've seen that.
Oh God! So it's going to be like
people
worse than
will
that.
be fanboying out forever.
Let me tell you, Lou makes fun of Neil for squealing like a girl over that. You guys should have seen him when he met him because, I thought his little eyes turned into heart emojis, and he was just like all giddy and like, oh my
God! Joe McDonald said, this is why we always coordinate those things, kind of like shooting a wedding. We all work together. Yeah, we definitely have to do this, and it will be epic. And Joe McDonald comes back and says Joe's guest always refers to him as the NSL, not Stan Lee. And Jabel McNeil says, stop watching wrestling after the 80s. Yeah, but this will be an awesome picture with DMD and Jamie. The internet will stop, guaranteed, especially in our community, our circle. Now, where was I going? Oh, yeah, we're going to. Oh my God, the comments are still coming in about this photo. Not sure if Jamie will hashtag nerd out or cry. No, but it's still
more likely to cry because I don't nerd out. Lou will tell you.
Yeah, no, I actually just one time I did embarrass her.
I
did embarrass her at Rhode Island.
A different situation. Doesn't count.
And very last, no, it wasn't the last Rhode Island Comic because I was walking, and Jamie just one celebrity she would not approach at all. So I had to do it. I used clout, walked over, and I took care of it. And that's one of my favorite pictures of this lady and this celebrity. And J-Bo says, just bring a Loki, just bring Lewis a Loki Gator.
Yes.
So Tony, I want to talk Tony really quick. Actually, Tony, I'm going to have to pull it up online, so we'll set you up. But Tony has a huge Tony Curio. I think I said his last name right. I can never pronounce people's last names. Ultimate Alliance. We were going to get to that soon. What? You know me. I can't say people's last names.
You and your names.
I know. I don't know why I can't do that. I don't know. Don't know. Don't know. Anyway, this past weekend, yesterday, I was at a small little comic book show with Eric Yacco, the boss himself. And I know, well, Brian, you think I would not mess up your name?
No,
love of my
you
life.
would say Rosé.
The love of my life, my world, my wife, my best friend, okay, is Rose. So if I messed up that name, your last name, I would never hear the end of it. Okay? So, and everyone knows
What
that. So anyway,
if
yesterday I was...
You're pronouncing her name wrong all this time, and it is Rosé, and she just doesn't have the heart to tell you.
You know Rose. She would definitely...
She would. She'd smack you.
And Joe says you could call him Brian, Brain instead of Brian.
You can't even read it right.
That just messed up my eyes big time. Anyway, yesterday I went to this small little comic book show in Meriden, Connecticut. It was quite fun. And as I walked in, there was a very small, very few vendors. It was like at a VFW hall. Eric Yacco from Alternate Universe LLC and Alternate Reality Entertainment. He and I went there, and we took Cody, and I made them both laugh hysterically. I went there not wearing any Angrygeeks colors at all. Nothing. I did have on a Superman shirt because I always wear Superman. I would blend in. No wristbands, no Macho Man t-shirt, nothing. As we were walking in, people were kind of staring at me, but without you next to me, because when I'm somewhere, you're not too far behind, and vice versa. I walked over to this one booth, and hold on, Joe. I'll get to the comments in a minute. I walked over to this one booth, and I'm looking at comics, and the guy looks at me, and he says, "You look familiar." And I just, plain as day, looked up at him and said, "Nah, man, that ain't me. I'm from Buffalo." And I just kept looking at the comics. Eric starts laughing. Cody starts giggling because, again, that came from Eddie Murphy from Beverly Hills Cop. Yes, Michael, I was in Meriden yesterday. And as I was going through the books and everything, the guy goes, "You should..." Nah, man, that ain't me. Walking around, all of a sudden, somebody else sees me and says, "Angrygeeks, Lewis, where's Jamie? She's not here." Then the guy who thought he knew me goes, "I thought that was you." I'm like, oh my god. Then the owners of the con, we walked in. They were like, "We thought that was you. Can you help us?" They have problems with their audio equipment, so I had to separate their speakers and everything. It was like it's my day off. What the hell? I was trying to be incognito. But yeah, I had one person asked for you. Actually, two people. His and Hers Comics, great place to go. And it was Kit also from Amazing Comics out in Greenfield, Connecticut. They want those. They're geeks. They want us to go to a small comic convention out there in Greenfield, where one of our public access stations are. We're talking to Eric about it. It looks like it may happen. But yeah, they both said hi and asked where you were. But the funniest thing for me was when the guy was looking at me, and I was like, "That ain't me. I'm from Buffalo." I thought it was pretty funny. And Joe Goulart says, #Lewis has the heart of gold. Bay. See what I did there, Joe? DMD. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. And you broke Yacco. You broke the Yacco. What are you talking about? I broke the Yacco. What did I do? I know. #broke Yacco. Okay. I'm missing something here. Michael says, small. Michael says, and wow, hold on with the comments, guys. Small com problems, hard to get away. It was very, very small, but it was fun. Axel says that he would have joined me. Axel, I was trying to go there incognito, just Eric, myself, kind of just networking. And yeah, Joe McDonald says it as well. Bay. And Joe McDonald comes back with another comment and says, "If you cracked him up, that means you broke him." Oh, I get it now. Yes.
Hello.
Yeah, no, what? What? LOL. Remember that?
Oh,
Lots of
jeez.
laughs.
Lots of laughs, people.
Yes, lots of laugh. That's what I always thought it was. But what did you say it was?
You don't
I don't
even
remember.
know? Laugh
I
out
forgot.
loud.
It was lots of laugh. It
Oh
was lots of
my.
laugh or something.
So you still think it's lots of laughs?
Yes, isn't it?
No.
Get out of here. What is it?
Laugh out loud.
Oh yeah, laugh out loud. Why the hell did I come up with lots of laugh for?
I don't know.
See, look at Joe says, LOL, lots of love. Look at that.
Well, that's what my mom thought it meant.
Joe McDonald said he thought it was LOL. Hold on. Joe McDonald, this is pretty funny. Joe McDonald says loads of lasagna.
I
That
will
was it
totally
yet?
take loads of lasagna. That's one of my favorite foods. Yes, please.
Lasagna sounds pretty good. That sounds really good right about now. Super, super good. Now I'm like super excited now. Jamie Dolan and DMD would be awesome. That would be awesome, especially if I got this little thing going on in my head, the Joe Squared. If we could pull this off, it will be not only an epic photo, epic video, but it will be a fantastic segment for the Angry Geek show, whether it be live or just, it would be epic. It would be more entertaining than anything we've ever done before. That includes everything with Brian O'Halloran. It would just blow the doors off of everything that we've ever done. For sure.
I don't.
Not
okay,
just because of the two people.
What am I supposed
You
to beat her
found
up or
what?
something?
No, not at all. Not at all. Michael J. Pelletier says, scared to know what Lewis thinks.
Yeah, actually, Lou.
I know what that means, Mike.
What? What does it mean?
Laughing my ass off. I know what that means.
Okay. All right, you know that one. Okay.
Yes, I do know that one. I do. Okay. Now, Jamie, if you do know who DMD is, do not say anything yet, because I'm not saying anything. Joe Goulart. All right, Joe Goulart is coming back. The three of us will plan and scheme together later. Yes, and Michael comes back saying, "Oh, thank the gods." Yes, I know. I don't know. Jamie, what movie are you looking forward to seeing? Anything coming out shortly that you're looking forward to seeing?
No, I don't really pay attention to movies anymore until they're already out. Okay. But I know, so my most recent season of my anime came out, the one that I really like. So I watched that. Mm-hmm. And the 7 Deadly Sins. And what about the Masters of the Universe? Doesn't that come out this weekend? Not a movie, but
it does come out this weekend. Now I do have the He-Man figure, and I have the Skeletor figure. I had to go out and buy them, of course, for the Geek Lair. The Geek Lair is getting stuffed again. And with Katie moving to college, we're thinking about moving Cody into Katie's room, and I'll be taking over Cody's room. I should have said that online. Yes,
Kevin. See, I knew Kevin. If I mentioned Masters of the Universe, Kevin would appear. And look, it happened.
Yes, he just shows up. And Donald says, hello, Jamie and Lewis. Donald, thank you for once again joining the Angry Geeks. We really appreciate this. I'm looking forward to He-Man. I can't wait for it to come out. I know Kevin will be messaging me right away once he watches it. I'm going to enjoy it. I think it's going to be good. Are you going to watch it right away? Or are you going to wait? Or what are you planning?
Well, a lot of it depends on the weather and what I'm doing.
Okay.
So,
now,
speaking of these rainy days, because like if it's nice out, I'm not inside watching TV. But with all these rain that we've been having, and plus me being stuck in a hotel for 5 days straight forever, I've had a lot of time to watch things that I don't normally have.
Okay. All right. So,
yeah.
question of the week was supposed to be by our guest, who is not coming, I guess.
Is he in a different time zone? There's a time
No,
difference? Okay.
no, I don't.
I just
No, he knows it's
wanted to
Eastern
make
time.
sure.
Yeah, that would be he'll be backstage waiting for us, and we won't be here. But no, he knows it's Eastern time. He knows what time he was supposed to be here. But so he was supposed to have question of the week. So I'm going to ask you guys, what movie are you waiting for? Let's say Snake Eyes or Suicide Squad. Which movie are you more excited for? Which movie will you be streaming? Which movie would you be seeing at the theater? So why don't you guys put us now in the comments and let us know if you're listening on the Earplug Podcast Network. Please let us know. Let us know what
My
your
pick is Suicide Squad.
Oh, Suicide. Okay. Suicide for Joe McDonald. And Joe Goulart says Shang-Chi. Okay, yeah, I could have brought Shang-Chi up, but that's not until October. Brian Rose says Ghostbusters Afterlife. Yeah, I definitely want to see that too. But when is it coming out? I mean, they keep pushing it back, pushing it back, pushing it back. So we just have to wait. Mark is in the house with Aviva, and they both say we will. See, Mark says Suicide Squad. Aviva comes back and says he beat me, but Aviva says we will watch the Suicide Squad. Like, wow, that's just like throwing the gauntlet down. Sorry, Mark. And Mrs. Dolan number 2 says July 23.
I don't know. What are you talking about?
Hey guys. J-Bo says Snake Eyes. I knew that was going to come about. That J-Bo McNeil, the toy hunter himself, says Snake Eyes.
Oh, Old is a movie.
How old is what movie?
No, Old. It's an M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Oh, Old. Oh, okay.
Yes.
I thought it's the Old
20. It comes out July 23rd.
Yes, I know exactly what Old is. The trailers look very freaky, but then again, it is
I
M.
have to see.
Selenite.
I love his movies, so I will be seeing that.
Yeah. Okay. I'm digging the premise, of course. Chris Hebert says Doctor Strange and the Suicide Squad, and Mrs. Dolan number 2 says the movie. Yeah, I get it now, but at first I was reading the comic.
We're a little like dumb today.
I was like, what the hell? And Joe McDonald says, Old, I hope it's better than The Last Airbender. Well, The Last Airbender was actually out of M. Night Shyamalan, Ding Dong, out of
God.
It was out of his wheelhouse, if you really think about it. He didn't make
very out of his wheelhouse. Yeah, and he tried.
Yeah. I mean, it could have been good if they had the movie could have been really good if they had someone who understood the product, understood the story. It's just like most comic book movies. Like Jonah Hex, if they had someone who knew what they were doing, a writer and director, that wouldn't have broke my heart. It would have been a fantastic movie. But they did.
We didn't even talk about Loki.
No, we'll talk about that in 1 second. But Joe McDonald comes up with what's worst, Airbender or Battlefield Earth? Oh my God, that's like a battle to the death right now. It's the battle to the death of who's going to stay in a room and watch the movie. That's the battle to the death. That's like a double feature. J. Bill McNeil says Mandalorian season 3. I have to send you that MP3, Jay. I did not forget about that. I came across this MP3 of the Mandalorian theme song mixed with one of the greatest movie theme songs of all time. The Rocky Balboa theme, Gonna Fly Now.
Oh, geez.
Wow.
Here he goes.
Oh my God. It is now on my playlist on my phone. Jamie, you will be hearing it in the hotel room, just to let you know.
I'll get my own room.
All right, let's talk about. We're getting comments now about Loki. Thank you, Jamie. I was patiently keeping quiet and waiting about Loki. All right, you're caught up on Loki, the season finale. How do you feel?
You go first on this one.
I go first.
You make me go first all the time. It's your turn.
Okay, all right. I don't know who watched it, who didn't watch it. Michael, hopefully he didn't have to watch any other movies besides Loki because of Courtney. So, Mike, did you just give me a yay or nay if we could talk about this? I don't want to spoil anything for you. The ending just blew me away because I was not expecting that. The end of that episode was just whoa. I mean, the way the actors played it off and the way everything worked, it was just a punch in the face. Yes. Okay. Michael says, yeah, so we can talk about it. Now, everyone else listening on the Earplug Podcast Network, please be aware. We're probably going to spoil a thing or two. So just be aware. The way they played off the end scene, the very last scene, the actors, they must have been super comfortable with each other with their banter, much like Jamie and I, the way we banter back and forth. But the way did it was just top notch. I mean, that last thing was just, where are you from? And it just took you right out. What Sylvie did took you right out. The whole episode was just awesome. I loved it. Now that it's over, it's the best out of all of the streaming series on Disney Plus. I left me off with Falcon and the Winter Soldier with that speech by Sam. I was digging that. I gave that a 4.5. If you remember right, I am giving Loki a solid 5 out of 5 Angry Geek Shields. I will definitely go back and rewatch this entire season. Every episode just hits you with either a cliffhanger ending or an ending that was just like, whoa, I can't wait for the next episode. They actually delivered, as Michael's saying in his comment. It's the first time Marvel drops loads of Easter eggs and actually delivers. Yes, it was phenomenal. Joe McDonald is coming in saying, and those 3 actors showed amazing chops throughout that episode. Yeah, but the end, the payoff, that last between Owen and Tom, that last scene was just so phenomenal. You did not see that punchline coming. Jamie, how do you feel about it?
And I agree 100%. And I have to say, like, and you guys probably remember me saying this, I hate Owen Wilson. hate. I cannot stand him. And I normally won't watch anything with him in it just because I can't stand him. And I love him in this series. And that's huge to me because normally if he's in it, no, I write it off. That being said, I agree with you 100%. I think the whole entire series is amazing. I watched the last episode twice. I watched it Wednesday night in the hotel room, and then I watched it again the next day when I was on the treadmill because it was just, there was so much. Yeah, I just thought, I mean, the whole series is great, and I'm going to rewatch the whole thing, and I'm just excited for more.
All right. Aviva agrees with you. Owen Wilson was great in this. I agree. I usually don't like him. I like Owen Wilson. I mean, I liked him in Drill Bit Taylor. I thought that was a great movie. I loved him in the Shanghai series. He and Jackie Chan had great chemistry. There was other movies that I really didn't care for him in, but this, dude, he just knocked it out of the park. Joe McDonald's coming back saying by far the best series so far, followed by Falcon and Wanda. I'm thinking that. Go ahead.
No, I agree with Joe on his thinking there.
I think what Marvel did with their television series was they were learning that when they first started off with Wanda, they were learning. And then when they went to Falcon and the Winter Soldier, they were tweaking. Okay, we can do this, we can do this. And then all of a sudden, with Loki, they were like, yep, this is the formula. This is what we're going to do. And they just killed it. Now we just got to wait for, one of the top things, which is What If right here. I can't wait for this. Joe McDonald, right when I pull up the book, I'm pulling up a What If comic book right here. I cannot wait for this series. If you guys aren't familiar with the What If series of comics, Jamie, this is something that you would love to read. It just pulls you into what if, okay? It's just these stories, like some of my favorite What If stories, and what got me into reading What If comics was Conan the Barbarian. What if Conan did this? What if Conan did this? And this is from volume 2, What If, and I found this at the shows at the other day. What if Conan the Barbarian battled Wolverine? The very first What If comic I ever purchased was What If Conan battled Thor. That just blew me away, and I got hooked on the What If comics ever since, and was hunting them down. And every Conan book that was a What If book, you just have to get them. I mean, it's just great stories. They're just, okay, well, what if this would happen? And you would read it, and the watcher would just tell you and just explain these stories that you never thought would happen, but it's not really in continuity. It's just what if. So it's the series is going to open up a lot of people's eyes, but the comic itself is like, wow, if you had a chance to read any of the What If comics, you would absolutely love it. And Joe is saying, and this is a perfect lead into What If. Definitely, because now the timelines are all like messed up, broken everywhere. Could this be another way? And Michael is saying this right now. Is the show canon? Weird, that's his multiverse now. Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. They can do a lot of things with this, which is going to bring me to the DC side of things in a second. Tony Stark, getting itchy. Robert Downey, is he going to come back now? Because all these different timelines are out there. Same thing with Chris Evans as Captain America. There's talks of Hugh Jackman. Yeah, there's talks of Hugh Jackman wanted to come in as Wolverine. Just imagine seeing Hugh Jackman and Chris Evans on screen, live, doing a live action version of that Mike Zeck cover of Wolvie's claws coming down on Cap's shield. It's just going to be just amazing if they do that. Joe McDonald says that the animation looks funky and the voice talent would just propel it. Can't wait. Yeah, it's definitely going to be amazing. Jamie, we are just about out of time. TV does keep us in restrictions, so we have to keep it in that way. I don't have to edit anything. Please tell everyone where they can find the real you on Instagram and find us each and every week, please.
You can find me everywhere at thatwonderwoman.1. You can find us both on the website at theangrygeekshow.com or on Facebook and Instagram at The Angry Geeks.
And I am Lewis. That's Jamie. You guys are our fans, and we appreciate you hanging out with us each and every Monday night while we do our show live for you. And we'll be seeing you guys shortly at a convention soon, we promise. We'll see you guys next week. See ya.
This has been an Earplug Podcast presentation. Found on earplugpodcast.com, iTunes, SoundCloud, and wherever your favorite podcasts are found.